Hello everyone, and welcome to a new playthrough of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. This is going to be my game for, well, hopefully my only game. Perhaps it'll be my first game for week 7 of the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge. And I'm afraid we've missed the beginning of the game where I create the character. I accidentally made him earlier. But we have to play as a Demon Spawn Summoner. And that's all I've done. I've made the character. I might have set some auto pickups. Nope, haven't done anything. Alright. I made him earlier when I meant to be making my practice character. So, Demon Spawn Summoner. Pretty fun. Demon Spawn get... I feel like I'm shouting. Let's turn down the music a little. Demon Spawn get a bunch of random mutations throughout the course of the game. And... this makes them a lot of fun for, I mean, you know, everybody has their own opinions, of course, but a lot of people think that Demon Spawn are fun because there's a lot of randomness. You don't know what you're going to get. There are so many rats in this entry vault. I don't know if it's like they've been placed by the vault or if it's just like luck that there's a ton of rats around or what. Either way, I'm pretty happy. Like, I was able to get to 41% of level 2 without really having to do much of anything. Dang it, are my macros not set here? Apparently not. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't have a lot of macros, so there we go. Just set them all. The hard part of what we're doing is, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a very good summoner player. I've won one. And it was my first 15 rune win as well. But, oh jeez, that was such a bad play. I should not have gone up there with so many. I should have just stayed in line of sight of only one enemy and like hoped to get it alone. What am I gonna do now? There's like 3 goblins out there. Great. I don't have a weapon. I'm short on MP for making mammals. And it's going to appear like there, which is not that useful. Although, I mean, like, small mammal is such a good spell. It might even, like, just kill all these goblins by itself. You know, if you roll a quokka especially, which I think is one, like, kind of the best mammal you can get this early. Bats are awful, and quokkas are great, I think. Rats are kind of in between. But I'm not actually sure. That's just, like, been my experience. Playing a practice game or two, is that quokkas seem to be strong. I don't know if that's actually true. We could still very well die here, but getting to 2-on-1 the Hobgoblin will help a lot. And we do get a mulligan here, although of course I would like to not have to use it. You know, if we die, we get a do-over. Okay, well, that went not well, but we're alive. And so Summoner, as you saw, is about, like, you summon allies to fight alongside with you. And especially early on, like, Summoner is very strong. I don't think I'm a very good Summoner player. I don't totally get it in the same way that I think I do get, like, just how to fight melee stuff and use conjurations. Okay, so we're getting antennae. Alright, not sure that would have been my first choice, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So antennae let you detect monsters who are nearby, and so Demon Spawn get 5 different mutations, each with 3 levels. And so you start out like you're guaranteed one of them at level 2, and you're guaranteed to have all of them by level 27. But other than that, it's sort of random when you get them. Your total 15 Demon Spawn special mutations, and So we picked up Antennae, which at level 1 like lets you detect monsters who are 2 squares away. So like you can see through walls, or not see through, but you can sense monsters through walls basically. At tier 2, I think you can see 5 tiles, and at tier 3, you can probably see 7 tiles if I had to guess. I don't actually know. But at tier 3, you also get the ability to see invisible. So that's one of the less directly useful mutations you can get as a demon spawn. You know, everybody likes to get kind of, you could do more damage, like with claws or hooves or something, that you often get an auxiliary attack, basically. And we're going to get probably a scales mutation and like 2 tier 2s and a tier 3 mutation, where like tier 3 is the strongest. But it's possible that we are a monstrous demon spawn who will instead get a whole bunch of body slot mutations like head, feet, and hands. And then I think like a couple tier 2s and tier 3s. Like basically instead of scales you get more body slot mutations is what monstrous is. So you kind of have to, even more than in normal, like, non-demon spawn play, you have to adjust your play style and your plan to what happens. So, like, you have to do this all the time, as any sort of character, really. You have to adjust to the randomness of what the dungeon gives you. But I think that a reason demon spawn are so popular is that it's very obvious to the to beginning players that there's randomness happening to you, and some of the stuff that happens in Crawl normally is not so obvious. You know, you happen to find a short sword instead of a mace or whatever, and so you end up training short swords. And it's sort of more clear, I think, with demon spawn mutations that you should be taking advantage of what you get. For me, I don't think it's such a big deal. Like, I think demon spawn are fine, but they're not amazingly more fun than anything else. Because you do get all kinds of... Ooh, that's pretty bad. I was just hoping to upgrade to a whip because I like those better than short swords, but maybe I shouldn't have been so ambitious and, you know, should have stuck with a perfectly fine +0 whip short sword. So the -3 whip is pretty bad. If I haven't found Remove Curse by level 5, I would consider suiciding this character, actually. We got Spiny, which is pretty good. So that's our Scales mutation. We're covered in spines, which means enemies will take damage when they hit us. Cursed Ring of Teleportation. Jesus Christ. I may not have to suicide. The game may take care of that for me. But as a summoner, we are less reliant than most characters on our weapon and, you know, ability to deal damage ourselves. Like, a white imp can just absolutely murder anything on this dungeon floor. The problem is, of course, you can't really guarantee that you get a white imp. You usually get a crimson imp, which is not terribly good. But when you do, it's like, wow. And as you get more... You can't change how many white imps you get. But as you get better spell power, some of your other, you know, your crimson imps turn into shadow imps and iron imps, basically. Oh, good, we've been teleported. That's great. Oh, we got an iron imp. Alright, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and a crimson imp who's just junk. I mean, it's still better than nothing, don't get me wrong. I'll take a Crimson Imp over a Miscast. There's Gozag. So the gods this week, who we want to be taking, are Ashenzari, Sith, Dithmenos, and Fedhas. And I think if I were... Oh, wow. The goblin tried to attack me, and he just got hit by my spines and died. Spiny is so good. I think Ash would be my first choice. Wow. These guys are just, like, impaling themselves. That's great. Yeah, so here we go. We sense somebody. Look at that. We sense a monster. I would pick Ash if I didn't have any other restraints. But like sometimes even just which one you see first, that's a constraint. I could enchant this whip to get it off my hands, or I could enchant the short sword, and then once I find Remove Curse, I'll have a better short sword. Now they say, like, don't use Enchant Weapon as a Remove Curse scroll, because there's plenty of Remove Curse, and you don't want to waste your enchant weapons on junk. Here, the weapons are all a little bit junk. I'm not sure exactly how greedy I should be. The greedy play is to enchant the short sword, and I think that's fine, actually, because between Spiny and summoning, I appear to be, like, invincible. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I can definitely die. But we should be in pretty good shape for a little while, at least, even without the ability to deal damage at all in melee. Which, of course, we do have. We can do some damage. But, Book of Annihilation's very funny. Maybe later. But we have to... Well, we cannot fight this. Oh, we got teleported to it, so we can't run away either. The challenge goals for this week, there are a lot of them, because it's the final week, so there's 10 extra points worth of bonus points available. And so the theme of these bonus challenges this week is... Alright, I got Powered by Death. Is kind of doing stuff at a low level. I mean, I guess there's sort of two different themes, right? The first set of challenges is... Oh, this is so bad. I'm glad I'm not level 5 yet. Well, let's... What do I do? If I wanted to optimize my chances of getting out of this fight, I would drink, like, Haste and Curing or something. But if I get out of this and hit level 5 and then die, that would be even worse than dying here. Now, I mean, technically I'm on a 2-game win streak in the tournament, and it would... in the .17 tournament, and it would be kind of nice to win my next game. But I really don't care that much about the .17 tournament. I'm really focused on CSDC. So I need to think about that more than about winning this character. And I really want to keep my Potions of Haste. I tried in one of my practice games. So something what you should do to get, like, the tier 1 bonus this week is to get a rune at level 15 or below. And I sort of overdid it during the practice game, and I went and got the rune from Swamp at level 13, which was, like, very exciting and hard for me. But I died on the way out because I was completely out of haste and teleportation. I feel like if I had even one more of those, I would have been out of there no problem. Or at least, I mean, small problems. Not dead, anyway. So, I'm hesitant to use 1-up here, because that might just doom the character later. This is obviously a scenario where it's called for if we want to win this character. But also, I sort of decided that I'm pretty bad at doing that kind of thing, at, like, pushing beyond what I would normally do at a given experience level. Yeah, I think we're going to die anyway here. Well, let's give it a try. Yeah, the ghost is just too much. Okay, well, we're hasted, and we killed the adder with spines. I don't think I really should have picked that up. But with haste, see, we're getting away. Maybe. But is that really living? You know, do I end this character here? I guess if this is remove curse, I would be okay with it, maybe. Because we did get away from the ghost, right? But we could be taken back to him at any moment. That was teleportation, alright. That's enchant armor. So we're still not really in a scenario where we feel at all secure. Any minute, the Ring of Teleport could kick in and move us back to that player ghost. So while I'm going to keep playing this character, and like maybe something good will happen, because we do have a pretty reasonable set of demon spawn mutations. I want to be careful with my experience level and not get to level 5 without meaning to. There's also the concern that with spines, I may not really be able to suicide effectively. I may just end up killing monsters. I think I'm allowed to quit if I want. Yeah, I feel like this character just can't quite do it with these 2 bits of cursed equipment. We're never going to be safe from death. And we don't have any way to fix it. We could just be capriciously killed at any moment, and we burned up all of our resources escaping one instance of that. So, I mean, I'm coming to the conclusion that I just should die, which is too bad. Like, my next character, can I really do as badly as a cursed Ring of Teleportation and a cursed -3 whip? My mutations could be worse, but I also got antennae, which is pretty awful. I hate to just, like, die on purpose. It feels so bad. You know, I could have been more careless against that ghost and died, you know, quote, on accident, but it would have been on purpose then, too, I guess. Since I knew I had a way that I could try to get out. Yeah. I'm going to see what, like, if this iguana even can kill me. Or if the spines are just going to get him. It looks like he can. Maybe? Yeah. Nope. See you later, iguana. Alright. I'm going to attack this hound. Oh my gosh. This stupid white imp killed him. There we go. That's disappointing. There's the notification that I've died. Blasted by a white imp, Puff of Frost, summoned by the player character. We suicided. Sue Summoner, very funny, yeah. Alright. Well, I'm not sure whether to make this a new video. I think I will make a new video out of this. Because I'd like to get back to my home server as well. This is still playing on a different server because I was having some trouble with my home server a while ago. And I don't want to start another character 20 minutes into a video because then it'll be like hard to make any good milestones. So that was the practice game, sort of. I mean, it was the real game. It was a mulligan, but now we're gonna have to play without a mulligan. So here's hoping that goes well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.